Hey everybody, welcome to Take on the Lake with Lake Expo. I'm Nathan Bechtold, and thanks for joining us today. In the studio, we've got Captain Ron, the Captain Ron Duggan of Captain Ron's Bar and Grill. And we're going to be talking about a new event, the Cannonball Run. Thanks, Ron, for joining us. Appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, absolutely. Glad to be here.
We were talking before we pushed record about how the year has gone and all that stuff. And I think what I heard from you is what I've heard from everybody, which is the rain has been not the best for business at the lake this year. But like June was, actually it felt very nice outside, but it was cool and rainy. Yeah. And when the bulk of your revenues, not just to Captain Ron's Lake, a lot of lake area businesses come, in June and July and August, it's not the best to have a rainy, cool June.
No, and when the forecast says it's going to rain all weekend, people are like, I probably won't go down this week.
Right. And then it rains for like 2 hours on Saturday morning, and then it's perfect.
Well, it's like in Florida, it calls for rain every day. Well, it rains for 15 or 20 minutes, and it's done, and it's beautiful. And so, you just can't bank on that.
Yeah, I know. It'll always be that way. Especially, right. I have an iPhone. I use the Apple Weather app, whether I should or not. And when it just has a thunderstorm symbol next to the day, and if you count on it, you're like, oh, there's like a 30% chance of thunderstorms at 2 p.m.
Right.
And that's it. But when it just does the whole day characterized by thunderstorms, I tend to be like, well, it's just going to rain.
Right.
Right. So unfortunately, I think that has strangely an effect, an unintended effect.
It does. And, it's for lakefront restaurants, it's kind of difficult when people change their mind and decide not to come down. And it's how we make our living. We have basically 100 days to make a year's worth of living. And every weekend, if it rains, we get rained out one day, it really hurts.
Yeah, every weekend matters when you're in this tight season. Absolutely. Like that. So anyways, that's not really what we can talk about, but we were chatting about that, and that is relevant to lake area businesses. Sure. and really the economy of the lake is growing to be not just seasonal, but still so much seasonal business, or so much business is within that Memorial Day to Labor Day window.
Well, and we do 30 to 35% of all of our business in the month of July.
Oh, yeah, wow.
So, it's crazy.
Yeah. So, anyways, we're leaning into a really awesome August.
Right.
That's what we need. We want an awesome
And it's starting off great today. That's beautiful.
Yeah. So everybody, go the weekend or week you didn't spend at the lake in June. Listen, the kids don't need to go back to school. It doesn't matter, all right? They're good. They'll be fine. They'll catch up. Just take the week off. Come to the lake again one more time. Anyway, so Captain Ron's is obviously your namesake and your baby. And this year, Captain Ron's is the host location of a new event that you guys have put together. This is, there have been so much that's transpired under the umbrella of Captain Ron's in the past year. Obviously, Shootout moved locations.
Right.
Captain Ron's was for sale for a little bit.
We did. We had it on the market for a year.
Mm-hmm.
Had some offers, and had a couple people that just didn't want to keep the name, or they wanted to do something else with the property, which we really weren't interested in.
Yeah.
I had one person that didn't even want the Shootout, and I said, no, that's not an option.
Right.
And so we took it off the market, and we made some improvements that were much needed down there. And so we're back to rock and roll.
Yeah, that's great. It's your baby. Like, it bears your name.
Yeah,
for one.
Yeah, I just don't want to give it away to anybody.
Right.
So I want someone to keep it Captain Ron's and keep it going, because, we've got a long-established career down there, and we just don't want to see it end.
And I don't have to tell you this, but there's a ton of people who love Captain Ron's. They love the vibe and the beach and just going there and being there. My kids love it,
right.
And
that's the one thing about it is it's been family friendly for years,
yeah.
and that's the way we designed it, and it still continues to be that way. And families come down and hang out all weekend, or and they really enjoy it. So we want to keep that.
Yeah, that's good. Well, that's cool. And again, so we were kind of publishing at Lake Expo stories about, okay, Captain Ron's is for sale, and then it's not for sale anymore. And that was, you guys put out some like, hey, we have some cool stuff actually not for sale anymore, and we're doing some cool stuff for 2025. That's been cool to watch, the changes that you guys have made in advance of the 2025 summer season.
Right.
And then this Cannonball Run is a really big deal, a big event, a big change. And frankly, the more I learned about it, the more I was like, I've never heard of anything like this before. So it's a really novel concept. So I thought what we would mainly try to do is just unpack that. We can talk about the why a little bit behind it, and then the what.
Sure.
Because I find that, again, my attention span is actually very short, right? So it's like, all right, so give me the boiled down, like, what is it and why should I care? What do I need to do kind of version. So we'll do kind of all of that. But if you were giving somebody the elevator pitch for the Cannonball Run, what is it?
It's simple. It's a glorified poker run.
Okay.
But you don't have to be in a boat. You don't have to be in a car. You can, any form of transportation. I mean, you can take a helicopter run and participate.
Right.
And so it's
That's
just,
my plan.
It's
I'm gonna
really
take my
simple.
helicopter and-
I mean, you register and you get a poker hand. And you'll come down to either Camden on the Lake or Captain Ron's, and you'll draw your poker hand. And we're going to give away $25,000 on Friday. And we're going to turn around and give away $25,000 on Saturday for the best poker hand.
That's awesome.
And that's really what it's all about. That's it. If you want to up your chances for more, for a better chance to winning the 25,000, then you basically spend money in our community, in the Tri-County area.
Okay.
And you bring in your receipts, and for every $500 you spend, you get another poker hand, up to 20 additional hands each day.
Okay. That's
And that's it.
pretty simple.
And if you go to a sponsoring location or one of our vendors down there that are going to be, we have a big vendor village that weekend, you get double credit. So we're really highlighting all of our sponsors in this event by giving people the chance to earn double credit for going and spending money at our sponsor locations.
Right.
And so if they do that, they bring in, $10,000 will get you 20 extra hands. But if you spend $5,000 with our sponsor locations, you still get 20 extra hands.
Yeah.
And you can do that each day, and you could potentially walk away with 50 grand.
Right.
You could win.
Right.
both
Win
days.
both days.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And that's really how simple it is.
Okay.
You can go anywhere. I mean, it doesn't matter where. Gas, groceries, your hotel room for the week, anything.
So, like,
anything.
Same receipts, basically.
Yeah,
Sure.
you go to
It's the week of, just the week of, right?
the week of
Okay.
the 16th through the 23rd of
Okay,
August.
so August 16th through August 23rd.
Keep your
That
receipts.
week, keep every receipt that you spend at a
Everyone.
Lake area business anywhere.
Everyone.
I mean, it's going to be at least $500 if
Well,
you're
you
like
would think.
me and you buy
between
gas and
gas and
groceries.
groceries, yeah, that's
a
it.
good look.
But if you have any work done on your house, or you buy supplies to do some,
I mean, what if you buy a boat?
yeah, absolutely. I
That's
mean,
a
really,
lot of poker
or you buy a
hands.
house. I mean, we have realtors that are involved,
Right.
and if you go and sign a contract that week with a realtor, you're going to get double, with one of our realtors that are a sponsor, you're going to get double credit. And if you close that week, you spend $500,000, well, you're going to get 40 extra hands
Yeah.
pretty easily.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's really just simple.
Is
Just
there a
keep your
cap on
receipts.
how many poker hands you
20 extra ones per day. So you
Okay.
get one with your registration.
Got it.
You get 20 extra ones per day that you can bring in.
Okay. I was going to say, you're not giving 1,000 poker hands
No.
to the person that buys a house.
Oh my gosh, we'd be
That
there.
would be
We'd be
crazy.
there for 5 days
And
counting
logistics
receipts.
on this. Yes.
But no, so 20 per day. So
Yeah.
you can potentially have 21 hands on Friday and have 20 more hands on Saturday.
Okay.
And you only have to register once.
Okay.
And we actually have a special on registration. So if pre-registration, if you do it by tomorrow, we're knocking $100
August
off.
1st.
So it's $150. That's it for a chance of winning 25 grand. If you register before August 16th, it'll be $200.
Okay. So register before August 16th, because by the time we turn this around, it'll probably be after August 1st, actually, by the time this goes out to the peoples. So sorry you missed that. You missed that window, but you can still get a discount window. Sign up before the 16th.
Yeah, it'll be $200. You get $50 off
Yeah.
if you register before the 16th. And then that week, it'll be $250.
Okay.
But again, I mean, it's like a raffle ticket. I mean, you're buying a chance to win $25,000.
Right.
And it's only going to cost you either $200 or $250.
Yeah, 200 because you should sign up.
You
now.
should.
Just
Sign
go
up.
do it.
And that
you
actually-
just sign up one time. Like
That's
you,
it.
like I love it. You and your wife can sign up separately or whatever.
We should,
Okay.
yeah. And we've had couples that are already doing that.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's just a simple.
I mean, in that
idea.
case, I guess you could bring enough to get 20 extra poker hands, and your wife could bring enough to get 20. I mean, is it set up that way?
Yeah,
Okay. So
absolutely.
yeah, you would. That's a lot of poker hands.
It is.
Are you giving out literal poker hands? Like
We are.
Yeah,
We're
we're
gonna
gonna.
draw. So we have-
So you have an entire storage room dedicated to your.
Well, we have teams that we have, and there'll be 3-person teams that will handle each person that comes in.
Okay.
And so we hope that it's a long night for us.
Yeah.
That's what we hope.
Yeah.
Because, everything we raise is going to go back to charity.
Okay.
And so, that's the idea behind it all, is to give back to the community. Plus, we're encouraging people to spend money in our community
Right.
too. So they're going to be here that week anyway. And so just keep your receipts and bring them in and have a chance to pay for your entire trip.
Right. Right. Okay. Yeah. So that's good. That was a long elevator ride. That was like an Empire State Building elevator pitch. Right. But that's all right. The really concise version is basically what you said. It's a poker run,
Yeah.
but you don't have to have a boat or really any particular. I mean, it's not based on any particular mode of transportation. It's a
Right.
poker run, and it's sign up and you get a poker hand. If you want more poker hands, keep your receipts. And for every $500 you spend at any lake area establishment, what's lake area? Camden, Miller, Morgan County.
Yep.
We have a
Yep. Tri-County area.
Okay. In the Tri-County area, any money that you spend for every $500 the week of August 16th,
Right.
$500 gets you another poker hand, up to 20 extra poker hands. So you could have 21 poker hands per entry.
Well, actually 20 per day, 20 extra hands
Per day. Per day, yeah. Per
So
day.
you could register once, bring in 20,
Right.
$25,000 or whatever at our
Right.
sponsors,
Yeah,
but get 20 extra hands on Friday, and you can get 20 more hands on Saturday.
Perfect. Okay.
So
And then
Potentially
and there's a
41.
winner. There's a winner each day, Friday and Saturday.
right.
And then and the winner gets 25 grand.
Yep.
Yep.
Winner take all.
Nice.
Yeah. And if there's a tie, we'll split it amongst the people that tie.
Sure.
So if there's 5 people that have the exact same hand, and they're the winners, then we're going to split it.
Okay. And there is a vendor village out there. So tell me a little about like just generally the experience. Like you got to come to Captain Ron's to turn your poker hand in.
Either Catherine Runs or Camden on the Lake. And there's events going on.
Oh, okay. Right.
At both places. Obviously, Super Cat Fest is going on over at Camden on the Lake.
Right.
There's a lot to see and do over there, and they have a big auction on Saturday night. We have a lot going on over at Captain Ron's too. We have a vendor village. We're going to have a car show. We've got fireworks. We've got concerts all day long on Friday and Saturday, even Thursday night through Saturday night.
Okay.
There's a lot to see. We've got scavenger hunt and sandcastle building contest, and there's tons of things to do and see down there.
Okay.
So, we want a full house. I mean, we
Yeah.
want people to come down, hang out, draw their poker hands, and win some money.
Right. Right. Come by water or land. and
Either way.
come hang out and just
Come by helicopter.
enjoy all
We
the
don't
things. Yeah. Yeah. Come by helicopter. That would be interesting.
Yeah,
Do you have a place to land a helicopter?
we
at
did.
Captain Ron's?
Yeah, up at Scout Lake, so RV park.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Come by helicopter.
Absolutely.
All right. So that's the what it is, and that's clear. Like I can get my head around how that works. Talk a little more about the why, because you're getting into that a little bit with the charitable element, and again, that's been your heart forever with the shootout at Captain Ron's. Obviously, the shootout while it was at Captain Ron's grew so much in terms of the amount that was raised for charity. I guess there technically is a number, but I don't know what that number is
Well,
because every year the numbers
yeah.
kept getting bigger and bigger and
Right.
bigger and bigger
Right.
compared to before it came to Captain Ron's. And that I think obviously certainly probably was before, but during its time at Captain Ron's became your heart.
Well, sure.
To do this thing that benefits Lake area charities.
Well, in the beginning, we just kind of job shadowed the fire department and put on the shootout the first year, and then we actually raised, I think we gave away $42,000, something like that.
Right.
And then, I was like, hey, we can grow this thing, we can make it bigger, we can bring more charities in,
Mhm.
we can impact more people in this community, and so that was our focus.
Right.
And it grew and grew, and last year I think it was over 700,000.
Yeah.
So, it was over $4.5 million that we raised,
Awesome.
during the time it was at Captain Ron's. So I know how to do this.
Right.
And, there was a lot of charities that, weren't going to benefit from the move to the other side of the lake.
Okay.
And so we wanted to do something, for the community. I mean, that's where I've been here for 43 years. I've made my living on the west side, and I want to support all those people that have supported me all these years.
Right.
And so that was important, and we've got the facility to do it. And that's the nice thing. We can put on big events down at Captain Ron's, and they go fairly smoothly,
Mhm.
And so we wanted to do something again for the community and give back, and so this is our way of doing it. So all the proceeds that we raised on this event are going to go back to charities.
That's great. That's great. How many?
So that's why.
Yeah, again, that's a why that you're already familiar with, and I think that people are familiar with.
Yeah.
So, how many charities do you have involved, or can you rattle off the top of your head some of them that are?
I think we have 11, I think 11 or 12 charities right now. COMC, CADV, the Lori Elks Club, the Lori Sunrise Beach Rotary Club, Sharing and Caring Foundation.
Okay.
So there's several that do some great things in the community.
Yeah.
And so they're really helping us. In fact, we had a meeting yesterday and they were all there and they're excited about this and
Yeah.
excited how much, we can raise. And honestly, my goal was to be double what I did the first year of the shootout. And I think we're going to be well ahead of that. So,
Awesome.
I think this
That's
thing
cool.
could be really large as it grows.
Well, again, I think that too allows people to get behind it more. I was doing an interview about a charity golf tournament yesterday, and it's like, hey, the pitch was, you like golf, but it makes it even more fun and it's a better experience when you're like, man, the money I'm paying here is actually going towards benefiting things in my community that I really deeply care about. And
Right.
so I think that helps a lot, even like with the Cannonball Run.
Sure.
Is CADV and the Rotary and all these different clubs, these organizations that do a ton of good
Yeah.
in the community are benefiting from this. So you may win 25 grand. Statistically, you're probably not going to win the 25 grand, but you have a chance at winning it.
Well, a lot better chance than playing the lottery.
That's right. That's right.
If we have 200 registered people,
Mhm.
you got a 1 in 200 chance of winning
Right.
25,000. That's pretty good odds.
That's very good odds.
Really
but-
good.
But my point was simply, whether you do or not, you know that what's coming in is going directly towards some causes that are
Right.
really meaningful.
And that's the
Really
nice thing about it. All your registration fee, any donations from sponsorships are all going through a 501c3. So they're all tax deductible. It's a
Okay.
donation.
Yeah.
So everything is. And the one thing about this community, and I've learned obviously from being down here for so long is, we have a very high retired population and these people love giving back.
Yeah.
And so that's all these charities and stuff are from, mostly for the most part, either business people or they're retired people. And they love doing this stuff. And it means so much to them. And obviously they do so many things with the money in the community. So it just doesn't go to the Rotary Club. They are
Right. It's not
giving
the Rotary
that
Club's
money out
buying
to a whole
T-shirts for themselves.
no,
with
they're
money or
no,
something.
they're they're making kids' Christmases happen, and
Yeah.
and giving back to the food pantries and all those kind of things that are important to our community. Because when you get off the lake, we're not the most financially well off area.
Yep.
And so there's a lot of people that need help. And like I said before, we have 100 days to make a living. And so much of the businesses here at the lake, rely on just that summer, and then their employees are unemployed during
Right.
the summer, during the wintertime.
Yep.
And so they need help.
Yep.
And so this is a way of helping those people that don't have full-time jobs down here or just a summer job, and they can still, feed their kids and be able to, make ends meet.
Yeah, the lake is such a unique place in so many of those ways, and I think it surprises people who are new here. The economy being distinct, and then some of the problems that we face. It's like, well, we're not alone in facing those as a community, but we face them in a unique way a lot of times. But then also, like you said, the giving side of the lake. I can't remember who it was that had come from St. Louis or something and was marveling at the amount of money that was raised. Maybe it was at the CADV banquet or something like that, but they could not believe how many people would turn out for a charitable event in this community that's comparatively small compared to a large city.
Right.
And you could never get this amount of people to do this in St. Louis or whatever else. And it's like, the lake is just a unique, in the hardest ways it's unique, and
Right.
in really the coolest ways,
Right.
it's a unique place. So-
Right, and the giving part is really the cool part
Yeah,
of this,
yeah.
because so many of them, they'll donate all their time, knowing that whatever money they raise is going right to help other people in the community.
Right.
So we're very fortunate to have that in our community.
Indeed. The way that the donations are working for the charitable organizations is similar to the way it was has been always structured with shootout, which was basically somebody can volunteer to help a Cannonball Run.
Right.
And if they work 6 hours, they kind of write on their login sheet, I want my 6 hours to go towards this charitable organization.
Right.
And then all the money that comes in gets divided up by sort of the hours worked on behalf of those different organizations and split accordingly. Is that
Yeah.
the right way to say that?
Yeah, it is. And that was kind of a plan that I developed, for the shootout
Yeah.
and how to give back to these charities. And it was all based on, what they were doing.
Right.
And so, we weighted things a little heavier if you were out saving lives out of
Okay.
the water or
Sure.
something like
Sure.
that. Cannonball Run, obviously, we don't have that situation, but we are going to look at that and see what they did. I mean, are they helping pick up trash? Are they helping, sell T-shirts, or what they're doing and standing out in the heat, parking cars, or
Right.
whatever? And so, we'll look at that kind of weighing.
But the general idea there is
It is.
you still need volunteers. So
Yeah.
people can go sign up to volunteer and can do so on behalf of an organization they really care about, right?
Well, we have identified the certain charities that.
Well, that's what I mean.
benefit
Yeah.
which-
So there's a list, and you
There's
go,
a list.
oh, I'd love to volunteer on behalf of that one on the
Absolutely.
list, and
Yeah.
then you sign that on the
Yeah.
login sheet or whatever, and then your hours get credited towards that organization.
That is exactly
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah. That's a good way to do that, I think, because it also obviously incentivizes those groups to mobilize a volunteer force if they're going. Right?
Well, and it
So-
does, and there, there's certain areas, maybe the T-shirt sales raise, $50,000 or whatever, but the parking people, they raise, $8,000.
Mhm.
Well, that's not really fair. So we put all the money into one big pot,
Right.
and then we split it up based on hours.
Right.
And that way,
It's not just based on like revenue you brought in and the
Right.
job you were doing.
right. And
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
that way next year we don't get 100 people just wanting to sell T-shirts because they know
Right.
they raise a lot more money.
Right, right, right.
So it doesn't. We try to put it all in one pot and just benefit everybody the same, regardless of the job that they're doing.
Yeah. Okay. That's great. Well, I'm excited to see the net result of that. It would be really cool. Obviously, we'll announce that at Lake Expo once you guys have that all like tabulated. I'm sure you'll announce the winners of the giveaways each day. But
We will. Yeah.
Yeah.
Each night we'll announce the winners. We're actually going to do a check presentation over at Camden Down the Lake during Super Cat Fest
Okay.
auction.
okay.
And so we'll have the two winners over there and give them that big check.
Nice.
And,
Yeah.
that'd
be cool.
Yeah.
And then once you have all the donation stuff, obviously, I know you guys announced that well, and we'll make sure to amplify that through Lake Expo in terms of how much it helped these different charitable organizations, and we'll look forward to kind of seeing that grow over the years. I mean, your plan is not, we're doing this in 2025 and then, sail off into the sunset.
No, this is a great concept. It was brought to me by a friend of mine, and it's so easy.
Yeah.
And like I said, there's a lot of other events that are going along with it, but the main idea for this poker run is really simple, and you just don't have to do anything other than go online, sign up, and then if you want to earn more hands and up your odds on getting the winning prize, bring your receipts in.
Right.
We are going to keep the receipts. So if you have those receipts and you need them for tax purposes, make a copy, because we're
right.
going to keep them,
Right.
because what we want to do is be able to track where people are spending money at the lake, and then we're going to use that for going out and drumming up sponsors for the next year. But yeah, we looked at this as being a very long-term event, and we think it has the potential of being very big for the lake community, and in a hurry too.
Yeah.
Not over a 17-year period,
Yeah.
but in a hurry.
Great. Yeah, I love that. One other that I didn't ask, clarifying question. If somebody says, I want to be part of it, but I just am not going to be here, or can't make it on Friday or Sunday, is it a must be present to win thing? How's that?
To draw your poker hand, you've got to come in and draw
Okay,
your poker
you have to come by. So
Yeah.
sign her up. Do it before August 16th because you get a discount. It's $200 to enter.
Right.
And again, it's not additional money to get more hands. It's just the money that you were planning on spending at the lake. We'll wait till that week to spend it, or the money you were going to spend anyways. Keep those receipts, but you do need to actually physically show up at Ron's or Camden on the Lake, either Friday or Saturday,
Right.
August. Say those dates again.
22nd,
2nd and 23rd.
Mhm.
And turn your receipts. They'll have your, if you've signed up, then your name will be
Right.
in the system already.
Yep.
You could sign up when you show up, though, right?
Yes,
You
you could.
can show up
Yep.
if you forgot.
Yep.
I think it's $250 if you didn't do it
It
the week
is.
before.
Right.
But you can show up and sign up enter, you get your one poker hand, bring your stack of receipts from groceries, gas, and buying that house you always wanted. And, and then you'll get your extra up to 20 more poker hands, and that's it. And then you'll find out whether or not you won or not.
Right. Yeah, that's it. It's
Cool.
just that
Cool.
simple.
And hang out and enjoy all the things that are
Absolutely.
going on
Yeah.
in either one of those places.
Right.
Cool. Great. Is there anything else that we missed? We talked about we do need more volunteers at the Cannonball Run. So if you are wanting to help, I mean, we can make sure, is the list of charities posted somewhere that
is.
people can find them?
Yeah,
Okay.
just go to captainronsatlake.com, and then there's a Cannonball Run page. Click on it. It's got all the information on all of our events. You can sign up to be involved in the sandcastle building contest, or the scavenger hunt, or the Speedway Challenge up at Ozark International Raceway.
Oh, cool.
That's on Thursday. That's going to be an awesome event.
Yeah.
But it does have a list of all of our sponsor locations.
Okay.
So you'll know, if you're going to, get your house painted that week, go to one of our 2 house painting sponsors, and then you'll earn double credit.
Oh, right. Yeah. Because the double credit is if you spend it
go
with
with
a
our
sponsor of
sponsor.
the Cannonball Run. Good.
Right.
Great. So that's all on there.
Yeah.
Again, that's really straightforward. And the first step is just go to captainronsathelake.com and click on Cannonball Run.
That's it.
And you can sign up. And then again, if you want to volunteer, is there a volunteer thing through there? Should they contact you?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, everything's on there, and yeah, you can volunteer, and just let us know if you want to sponsor the event and be one of our people that we're driving business to. Absolutely, we'll take them all
Cool.
the way.
Okay.
All the way up to the day of the event. So
Well, I know we like at Lake Expo, we're a sponsor, and our sales team is communicating to people who are going to do marketing campaigns with us, who already were planning on doing some marketing, like, hey, you should sign your contract this week,
Right.
because you'll get double points towards
Right.
the Cannonball Run. So
Right.
like all kinds of reasons that people could rack up points basically towards getting more poker hands that week. All kinds of spins that you were going to do, but you were going to do it, maybe in September or something or whatever, or some other time in August. Like, no, just do it that week.
Right.
And you bring your receipt, or invoice or whatever it is.
and hopefully our sponsored locations are just swamped that week.
Yeah. I get it.
That's the goal.
Right.
With this thing. And
Cool.
yeah, it's really simple, and we want to get people involved, and it doesn't matter where you're at, be a sponsor for us, and you're making a charitable donation is what it is.
Yeah.
And so you get to write that off
Right.
and help a great cause. And I'm going to tell you, the people have come out of the woodwork to sponsor us and help us on
Nice.
this event.
Great.
And once we announced we were going to do this, all these people that I've known and worked with over the years, they were calling me. In fact, there were very few people that I actually initiated a phone call to. They called me saying, "Look, we want to support whatever you do over here, and we're sad that your other event moved, but we want to support what you're doing, and so what can we do to help?"
Cool.
And it's been fantastic.
Cool. Well, that's just a testament to the business community here too. That's a whole other piece that we talked about that makes the
Right.
lake so unique. So
Right.
that's great to hear. Okay, so everybody go to captainrunsathelake.com, click on Cannonball Run, and everything that you need is there. You can enter, you can sign up to volunteer, you can do both of those things, and you can get all the details that you need for that week. But go do that. Ron, congrats on the new event and on all the things that happened at Captain Ron's this year, because it's cool. I mean, it's been very visible and exciting, and I know that that's never easy to pull off. But congrats on all that, and appreciate the vision that you have to help Lake Area charities and Lake Area businesses.
Thanks.
So,
I appreciate that.
absolutely. Thanks for coming on.
You bet.
All right. Listen, this has been our take on the lake. Make sure you subscribe, share this episode with friends if you liked it. Even if you didn't like it, share it with your friends because they're going to like it. And stay anchored, stay curious. We'll see you soon.